Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to the Moonlight and Outdoors podcast. If you hadn't already, please go on over and like and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well as our Instagram and Facebook. Thanks, guys. Hey, everyone. Here we are on the Young Gun Show right here on the Moonlight and Outdoors podcast. Today, I have with me Derek Ramsey. You can see him down here in the bottom of the screen. And I got somebody he's real awful proud of. That's his nephew right up there over his shoulder, Nick Ramsey. Nick Ramsey is 15 years old. He lives outside of our home range here in Indiana, and he's a fisherman, a trapper, a hunter. He's in archery in high school, and he also participates in FFA. Derek, tell me, why did you want to bring this young man onto the Young Gun Show?
Well, we like to have kids on who are in the outdoors or just getting in the outdoors. You had Tanner on before with his first coyote kill, and that was great. And just seeing some of the stuff that Nick's been doing over the past year or two on social media. I mean, the kid, he's a little do-it-all when it comes to the outdoors. His uncle Dan, me and him grew up together, and it was like Nick is following his footsteps. His uncle, if it had anything to do with the outdoors, he'd done it, and he'd done it good. And seeing Nick's success online, was just a shoe-in to get him on here and talk to him for a little bit about what he does.
That's awesome. Thank you, Derek, for making the recommendation. So, Nick, introduce yourself. Tell me a little bit about you.
I like hunting, fishing, and trapping. I live in Fairland, and just about anything outdoors I like to do.
Right on. So I understand that that you've been pretty hot and heavy right now into the trapping season. Is that correct?
Yep. I've been beaver trapping, mink trapping, and coyote trapping a lot. Having
any luck?
Yeah, I caught a coyote the other day and another coyote in an MB550 in a dirt hole set. And then I caught my first beaver in a 330. And then I caught a mink and a ton of muskrats.
Awesome. And how much time are you up into this
every day after
sport of yours every day?
Oh, just every day after
school.
So you set and rebait.
That's awesome. So
is this your
who
first
drives?
Me and Dan got started a couple years ago trapping, and then I just wanted to pick up water trapping this year.
Who drives you around for all this?
My dad, and then I sat behind my house.
That's awesome. So, Derek, you know this young man. Go ahead and ask him a few questions. Pull it out of him.
Well, I'd like to hear a little bit about his story this year. Have him explain a little bit about his nothing too in depth, not to give any secrets, but a little bit about your hunting season. Start at the beginning this year. Start with bow season, and get into. I know you done some gun season. Start at the beginning. How did your season start out? Did you have success right off the bat? Did you have luck maybe late season? Just kind of give us an overcap. Give us a few minute overcap of how your deer season went.
So I went opening weekend. I think it was a Sunday. I went hunting that evening, and then I seen two does, but I let them walk. Then I had them 30 yards broadside. I had a 243. And then fast forward a couple weeks, I went down to my cabin in Brown County, and there's a dude hunting up on top of the hill. So he was, and he had scent all over him. You could smell that he smoked. So he was spooking all the deer. And so they was going around him. So it was almost dark. I have my crossbow. So then there's a doe coming up the ridge. I seen it, and I kind of had it ranged and figured out where she was going to come out at. And then I put my crossbow, I put the two lines on side of her front shoulder. And I smoked her double lung. She didn't go 30. I heard her crash. And then we didn't find no blood, though, so I was kind of getting nervous. My arrow was still inside of her, and my broadhead didn't open up. I was shooting the nap kill zones. I won't shoot those ever again. And then about opening day of gun season, I didn't go hunting that Saturday morning because I just figured it'd be too flushed out where we're going hunting at because there's a lot of pressure. So then that Sunday morning, I didn't go either. I just went. I said, I might go behind the house. I went behind the house. I had bucks all over behind me. I seen a bigger buck. He ran out the field behind me. I spooked him coming in. And so then that evening, I went hunting over at my buddy's house, and it's about 100-acre cornfield. And my dad was hunting down on the other side of the creek, and it was about It was probably 30 minutes before shooting light ended. So it walked underneath him. My big buck did. And then my dad texted me, "Big buck coming your way." And so then about 5 minutes later, I'm sitting there, look up over there's a hill, and that big buck's sitting up there. I couldn't see his horns or nothing. My dad said it was a big buck. So I put it on his front shoulder and shot. I was free-handed with my 243. And the day before that, I got a tooth pulled at the dentist, so I didn't get to shoot my gun to see if he saw, and my dad shot it. And so then it was about 45 minutes later, we went and looked for blood. We didn't see any blood. So my dad, I said, "I know I hit that deer." And then I started second guessing myself. And then I think I hit it good. And then I think I hit it at all. We looked for it. Looked all over the farm, no blood at all. So my dad said, "We're gonna back out and come back in the morning." So I come back in the morning. We walked this whole fence row all around this field. We made big loops around the whole farm. And I'm discouraged, done. And my dad's walking down this other last fence row. And there it is, laying inside we could just see its horns. He's laying inside that fence row dead. The coyote's got to his back leg. He was fine. His cape was good, so I could get him mounted.
That's awesome. Isn't it funny how it's always in the last place you look?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, dude, so we're gonna put a picture up of that buck. Is this your first buck or
No, it's my second.
your second buck? Just your second deer this year and second buck. How many deer you think you've harvested?
No, I've for sure harvested 16. I normally kill a lot of those.
Yeah, no big deal. Just 16.
Yeah.
So, tell me about this archery program that you're a part of.
So it's from NASP. You shoot at like 10 meters, and then you shoot at 15 meters. Shoot the Genesis. They got no sights or nothing on them. It's just arrow rest, and you got to aim with the arrows. And it goes up to the world level. We went to world like 3 or 4 times. I've been doing it since like the 5th grade.
So you're kind of a big deal.
Yeah, I'm pretty good. I got the all-time record at our middle school. And it's my first year this year in high school, so hopefully I can break that too.
Heck yeah. No, that's pretty neat. We'll be following you on that for sure.
So why do
right.
when you archery hunt, why do you choose why do you choose crossbow over archery?
For what?
During archery season, you mentioned you had a compound, or you mentioned you use crossbow.
So I just got that crossbow before, and it shoots I think 370 feet per second. So I wanted to test it out.
There you go.
That's what I previously killed my deer with. I had a cheap Barnett Recruit, and I killed 2 deer with it the first time I ever went hunting.
Are you much of a coyote hunter?
Coyote hunt? No, I'm not. I'm into coon hunting, not coyote hunting.
Good. Don't even try it. You don't. That's
my buddies do it a lot.
Last thing we need is more coyote hunters right now.
Yeah.
I went over and talked to Nick a few weeks back and was talking a little bit about night hunting, and he has a buddy with some thermals that coyote hunt.
Sounds like they probably have what it needs to take down some coyotes.
Yeah, they're real big into it.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. Nick, what else do we need to know about you, man? I mean, are you going to tell us any of your secrets, or are you just going to tell us about all your glory stories?
Oh, okay. I'll tell you about the first time I ever went hunting. So It was November 4th, 2017. And I went up there in the spot we had up in Winnemac. There was, I think it was about a 20-acre woods or the bottom, down at the bottom of Creek Bottom. And we're hunting a stand called the road stand because the road's behind us a couple hundred yards. And so it was about probably 8 o'clock. So I was in a ladder stand, and my uncle was beside me in his climber, and he seen a doe. I think it was at 20 yards. I couldn't get a shot on us because it was behind us, and he had the climber on the tree. And so then she walked away, and then about 20 minutes later, I look up, and there's a doe sitting about 50 yards away, and she's walking our way. So I get my crossbow ready, have it ranged where she's going to be at, and I put it on her, smoked her double lung. She stumbled about 50 yards. And then Dan texted his buddy and told him I got a doe because it's my first deer. He said, "Stay in the stand, you might see a buck." So we stayed in the stand about probably about an hour later. He said he was going to be there at 10. No, it was probably about 2 hours later. He said he's going to be there at 10. It was 9:50, and I heard a stick break, and I knew that's not a squirrel. It was big. I heard a couple, and he kept breaking sticks. He was in some real thick cover. And so I got my crossbow off the rack thinking where he's going to come out at. I could see his front shoulder, so I put it on there. And then I was shooting free-handed. I was not very old either. So I hit a little bit back. I hit a little bit. I hit him in the guts, and it went out the. He was looking at me like this, so it went up the guts, and then it went through the heart. And he stumbled at 50, and then Dan shot at him again, but he missed. Well, I found them both.
That's pretty awesome. At
Yeah.
12 years old, you're
Yes.
pretty impressive.
Yeah.
You have your own YouTube channel, is that right?
Yes, I do.
So tell us, how do we find your YouTube?
Just look up Fairland Fishing on YouTube. I have 111 subscribers. I do videos on making custom soft plastics, fishing tips, fishing, and I'm trapping. I'm wanting to get into making more custom soft plastics on there.
I think you've inspired your cousin Derek, because I think he's been dabbling in the industry.
Yeah, we do some. I haven't shown Nick anything. One of these podcasts, we'll get Nick on here and see some soft plastics. And a buddy of mine, Daniel Sarwell, and I airbrush paint. Daniel's at it a little bit better at it. A little bit better than I am. But man, we do some pretty good stuff and some good looking walleye and jerk baits, man.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's neat. I see a little bit of a resemblance between Nick and Tanner, to be honest. You can tell they're related.
Man, like everybody, your cousins are always your best friends growing up. And when they were little guys, knee high, Tanner and Nick, they were real good friends. But as you get older, you make your friends in your hometown and stuff. So they haven't spent much time together at all recently. But man, when they were little kids, they were good friends.
That's great. Nick, we really like having you on the show, dude. And would you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Next time you go out and you're putting together one of your MB traps, setting a durable set or something like that, take a little YouTube video for us, a little how-to video.
All right.
And we'll share it on our page.
All right, that's fine. I can do that.
If you don't mind, that'd be awesome.
I'll do it tomorrow, actually. I'm about to be setting out a dozen 550s tomorrow, so I'll do that.
Yeah, send the video to Derek and he'll put it up for us. It'd be awesome.
Do I need to edit it or anything?
Nope, you can send it to me raw, and I'll get it put up.
All right, that'll work.
So everybody back home, make sure you're going to follow up and you're going to watch this young man. He's going to show us how he's setting a trap. Maybe he'll even have a few
catchers,
a little picture or two of his successful. I'm sure you're going to have a catch in the morning too, right? You're planning on that?
Hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah, you will. You'll have something. So everyone, Fairland Fishing on YouTube. Look this man up. Nick Ramsey, 15 years old, lives in Fairland. He's a good kid, hell of a hunter. We look forward to having you back on. Send us that video, dude.
All right, I will.
Derek, you got any closing
Nick.
statements for this young man?
No, I think we're good. Thanks, Nick, for coming on and talking.
Thank you for having me.
I'm going to finish by saying I'm just about tired of hearing your name because they're always going on about, man, this Nick.
I talk about Nick and Dan a lot. I talk about Dan.
Yeah. He's awful proud of you, man.
Yep.
I'm going to go subscribe to your YouTube channel, so I'm sure you won't disappoint.
All right, thank you.
See you, Nick. Moonlight and Outdoors, the Nick Ramsey Show. Take care, guys. We're out.